This is your WW3 News. The chip crisis in the motor industry. Most European car makers are crying about the shortages getting semiconductors for the electronic components for the motor vehicles. But mind you, the story has been played once again during the pandemic years. And then it was only the excuse to push up prices, which so much of a lack of chips or microprocessors for the car industry wasn't such a big deal after all. It just was a song and dance to push up prices of their products and make customers pay more than they should have done. That could be the first case. Second case could be a real shortage of semiconductors. And mind you, the only main manufacturer of these components is China. So, depending too much on China for most of your things, you know, they have the knife on their side, don't they? Seeing, like I said, China, regarded the biggest manufacturer of man-made goods and even in semiconductors. Anything which you have electronic, from your phone, iPads, your laptop computer, TV, or anything which is electronic, it surely the parts came from there, or it's been made there. Probably the fact they are slowing down probably on the supply of the semiconductors is they probably may need it for their military manufacturing. You never know. That is a bad omen, that is, when there's lack supplies of a certain prestigious component. It's considered in the 1980s the new black gold, and who has a monopoly calls the tune, basically. And seeing modern motor vehicles, there's too much electronics inside, would have been a lot more better. Vehicles would be made more essential without these electronic gizmos, which they make you pay for what? Then these products play up. They're very expensive to repair, and finding the parts for these products that doesn't exist, and extremely dear to pay as well. So, if more than 35 years ago, more or less, the West didn't send most of their manufacturing production, especially electronic manufacturers, we'll be so dependent on China today. China calls a tune, whether you like it or not. Whether this shortage is a man-made crisis, apart from the manufacturers, like I said, push up prices, or China needs these components, semiconductors, for the domestic market, or other markets, or even for military use. But don't forget, who knows, Western military machines, their circuitry don't have these type of semiconductors made in China. In the West, don't manufacture anymore semiconductors. Probably machines to make them. I think there was one in America and there's one in Holland, which has been a ban. But mind you, China, in the end, know how to do it, and it's producing their own chips for themselves or whoever wants them. This could create a crisis regarding the exporting electronic goods, the cost.